That is great to hear. Tell me, I think we were not even live. Now let me look back.
Okay. You want us to redo it?
We have to repeat it again, everything because I don't think we were live. I'm sorry, apologize. I am
That's
new.
okay.
So I have here Sekou Pyle with us. He actually went and dropped mom to be in this interview, and I was not even live. So
That's
thank you very
well,
much, Roy. He's the director of growth at the DeVoe Group, 23 years in real estate industry, and founder of the Academy Appointment. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get into real estate?
oh man. I'm this Harlem kid raised in Washington Heights. We have a saying, born in Harlem, raised all over the world. Right? All of my friends are from someplace else, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Jamaica, from all over. Communication is really, really important. I got into real estate almost accidentally. I didn't really like it in the beginning. And like most agents, I got into it and I thought, I was going to make a bunch of money the first day that I was in it. And then the cold reality of real estate set in. And I sat and sat and sat and waited. And I watched other people collect checks. And I sort of made it my business to learn how to close deals. I wanted the checks. I wanted the checks to come my way. So I made a vow that I would never go a week without a closing or without a check. And although it wasn't like Cinderella, it didn't happen overnight. I can honestly say that I've kept my word, for the most part. There's been times where I really failed and I failed badly. Oh, my mom is in the car. She's correcting my grandma. I really feel badly, not bigly, but badly. And you wind up picking yourself up and putting yourself back onto the horse because this is a business and not just a job.
Correct, correct. And that's what I repeat to a lot of new agents to learn to treat you get the license and don't just be an agent. You are actually getting a business. And tell me about it. If you don't take care of your business, then how you will be successful?
I I equate the business of sales like owning a bakery. And I say, everyone sees the donuts and the bagels and the big display case, but no one sees the person behind the scenes at 4 in the morning, baking the bread and doing the work. No one sees them the night before, proofing the dough and allowing it to rise. There's so much work that goes into seeing that cupcake or seeing that donut that the agents tend not to start from the work part. They always want to start from the customer service part. And so that's where the academy was born out of. That's where my whole focus is getting the agents to safely and securely do the work so that they can enjoy the customer service.
That is, your example is really great. I was a baker owner for 13 years. And
Oh,
I
snap! I didn't
know,
know that.
yes, and I know what you're talking about. And in real estate, you don't see what is behind. You really cannot be successful. You need to work like it's your own business. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about why.
So I'm a father of five. I my friends and family tell me, "Oh, snap, Sekou, you'll never stop working." Uh, but the reality is that I do this so that I can pass something on to my kids, that they have the resources to build a life. Um, my biggest why, and people make fun of me because I say stuff like this. It's like I just want to make sure that every other realtor out there gets a chance to enjoy the business the way that I do. I want to be one of the most highly sought after coaches in the industry. I want to be one of the most highly sought after groups and teams in the world. And in order to do it, I have to work with the best. So my big why is finding talent and converting them into some of the best realtors that I've ever met in my life. That's the simple answer.
And you are doing that, and it is unbelievable. I have been following you since last year because that's when I joined EXP. And you do that. You actually are there supporting agents, opening your books to anybody. So I think that that is great, and I love that about you. So talk to us about growing your business by prospecting.
This is one of my favorite things to do. Um, I have been a prospecting agent. I pick up the phone and I dial and I dial and I dial and I dial and there are people that are like, oh well, I don't like doing cold calling and I don't want this and I don't like that. And what I found is that in this business, if you don't do the work, you don't get the business, right? We talked about that a second ago, right? So what I began to understand is that you can't get in this business expecting to do today business and have a long business, right? I had a gym teacher that used to tell me a fast horse doesn't win a long race, right? So what
Right.
prospecting does is it puts you in front of contacts, leads, and people who are interested in doing deals, maybe not today, but somewhere along the line. And learning this business means learning and understanding that patience is your number one virtue. That the people you meet today will probably turn into deals sometime tomorrow.
Yeah.
The deals that you're doing today, you probably developed about 90 days ago. So every day is a new day and a new 90-day cycle. After you've invested that time lead generating, calling your friends and family, calling the past clients, calling this, that, and the other thing, you will begin to develop daily leads that will turn into today business. And the folks that you meet today, you probably can introduce to someone that you talk to 3 to 4 or 5. So if I spoke to a seller sometime in March and I meet somebody today that's looking for a condo or a townhouse or something like that, I probably have already met the person that they're going to buy that townhouse from. And this is how you can steadily and consistently develop business in a very healthy way, in a very safe way, and lucrative. It's lucrative as all get out because you are truly brokering the deal. I hope that wasn't word salad. Was that word salad?
No, yes, that when you see some people that are afraid at the no, and I was
Yeah.
one of those because all my business was referral. So you don't need to pick up the phone and call, but then you realize that okay, you know what, you do have to pick up the phone. You have to do every day your calls, and I learned that go for a no. There is a book that go for a no
No.
I recommend to everybody. And yeah, it's we need to get all our fears.
Can I speak about that for a minute? The
Go
go for it. So I'm a very practical guy. I'm a very ABC kind of dude. I don't really need to get so deep, right? And when I read that book, I'll be honest with you, I comprehend what they said. I understood what I read, but I couldn't apply it to my life. It wasn't until I embraced the fact. This is a fact that we teach at the Appointment Academy. This is a fact that we have to embrace. That every list that you have, no matter how well it's curated, no matter how much money you spend to develop it, no matter who's on the list, every single list that you have is 90% no. You can have a list of all of your aunties and all of the family members that want you to win. Hey, baby, I want you to win. Yes, yes, yes. And it is still going to be 90% no, because not everyone needs your services right now. And once you understand that, once you smack yourself in the head and you understand, holy smokes, every list, a list of sellers is still 90% no. A list of certified, pre-qualified buyers, it's still 90% no. Then when you go for no, you'll understand that what you're looking for is disqualifying people and not trying to justify working with people who are not ready to work with you. And that's what I had to learn. I'm glad you mentioned, go for no.
It is it's just good to know that someone with your experience, with being so successful, it went through the same that any agent is going to go, but you just have to apply all these techniques. And
Yeah.
um, going to your appointment academy, tell me a little bit about that, because that's one of the things very important for all these new agents, for experienced agents as well.
Yeah. The Appointment Academy is insane. It's 5 days of lead generation and lead follow up. What we do is take a single day in the life of a 200 transaction a year producing agent and deconstruct it over the course of 5 days. We do mindset training, business planning, lead generation, lead follow up on a very granular level so that by the time we reach the end of the week, you probably have $5 to $10 million worth of leads in your pipeline, ready to rock and roll. You're talking to them. You'll probably go on $2 to $3 million worth of appointments. We give scripts, we give objection handlers, we show the tools. 0 to 60 mentality. We know that when you're an agent and you're really trying to develop deals, you probably don't have a lot of money, but you do have a lot of time. So we do a $0 60-minute cost. How much does a minute worth of your time cost? And how many of those minutes can you string together in order to produce? Uh, uh, we do that 0 to 60 formula every day until we hopefully develop a habit that the agent can take with them over and over again. We have so many success stories. It is ridiculous.
That is exciting, and I'm ready to be part of that, the academy next, I believe, the 17th.
Yeah, the 17th to the 21st of May, we're going to do it. It's an all day program. We start at 9 a.m. We end at 3 p.m. I'll be honest with you. I don't. I'm one of those ADHD kids, right? I don't know if I could sit still for an hour. I have never ever done this workshop where it has not been filled. Every minute has not been filled with something useful, something powerful, and something that the agents can take away and grow from. We do everything from cold calling to Instagram mining, from
Wow.
Facebook to your LinkedIn, agent development to business development. We do it all, and we have a good time doing it.
That is amazing, and I will get all the information. And whoever wanted to have the information, just contact me, or you can see in the banner we have the website that Sequoia provide us. So I'm very excited to be there. So tell me, if you will younger self,
Uh-huh.
what would you change?
Oh, my younger self. If I could speak to my younger self, if I could speak to my younger self and he would listen, ma, don't say that. Okay? If I could speak to my younger self, I would tell my younger self that it's better to make the mistake. It's better to make a mess. It's better to hang in there and make a mess than it is to try to restart and to make it perfect. Right? Um, I understand now that the failures or the things that break are a fundamental ingredient to the things that work and the things that win. And I just didn't understand that when I was a kid. People would try to tell me, uh, But big stuff.
If we would listen,
Listen,
if we will listen, it will be totally different. We can tell that to our kids, Sequoia.
cocotazo.
Look at
Get it through.
this.
Uh,
Yeah.
I I watch. I work with a lot of agents, both new and old, and I'm gonna if you grant me permission, I'm gonna talk about this one agent that I'm recently working with. Um, she's down in North Carolina. She's a relatively new agent. Um, and she did something that is not unique, but it is very rare that I see someone do. She embraced her imperfections. She was a teacher. She's good at being a teacher, and when she has stepped into the arena to be a salesperson, to be a real estate salesperson, she said to me, "Look, I want you to treat me like I've never worked before, and you're gonna, talk to me and train me so that I don't need you anymore." I was like, "I love that, yes." And what she did was she took action. So if I'm correct, she's been a realtor since last September, right? And she was part time most of the time, and went full time in March. And we had a challenge in March. We were going to go from a March to 1 million. Every agent in my ecosystem was going to put $1 million under contract in the month of March. Well, she found out that she didn't really give it the college try in the beginning. So the last 2 weeks in March, she actually surpassed $1 million. Right
Oh,
now, someone else won that month. Uh, but she shocked herself. She said, "Holy crap, I really can do this." And I said, "Yeah, you did it at will. Because once you decided to do it, there was no other outcome." And so in April, we did it again, and she actually won the April challenge. She put $3.8 million under contract in the month of April. And it was very, 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 very fun to work with her because she was so surprised that she did it. She was adding up her numbers one day, and she was like, "Wait, this can't be right. I can't believe this." And I think that illustrated what most agents are trapped behind. Most agents are trapped behind their own mind. Most agents are trapped behind their perception of what they can achieve.
yes, yes. And I believe also that is the support that she found and the people that she surround herself to be able to do what she accomplished. Because that is a big, big help.
You know what? I think you're right. The fellowship that she has as agents and the willingness to embrace being coached, the willingness to say, "You know what? This doesn't feel, I'm not comfortable. This is not what I'm used to, but let me give it a shot anyway." And trusting in herself and the certainty, man, she's doing well. I got to be honest with you, she's not an anomaly because the folks in the group, they're doing it for each other. I'm using her as an example, but she's not the only example.
Yeah, that's big. I always tell everybody, if you are willing, coachable, and hungry, you will make
I like that. Willing, coachable, and hungry.
it.
I do that on my gravestone.
It's a good one. So I do work with a lot of new agents, and what it would be the first thing that what you do think they should do, or how do they start after they get their license?
I like that question more than anything. I think they should treat everyone in their phone, everyone in their contact list, everyone in their ecosystem. I think they should treat them as if they were already clients and follow up with everyone. So I'm putting the quotes around that. Follow up with everyone. We do this thing where we start our day with gratitude, right? We start our day with gratitude. So we do this thing where everyone in our phone, everyone in our ecosystem, I don't understand what's going on. Everyone in our ecosystem gets a message from us or a telephone call from us that says, "Hey, listen, I'm going to be helping a bunch of strangers this year as I build my business. it would be crazy if I didn't offer you the same service. So how am I going to help you make a great real estate decision this year? You send that to everyone with a pulse in your phone, in your Facebook list. We just say we say don't send it to any exes and don't send it as a group text, and you should be just fine. You'll have more business than you'll know what to do with.
I think that is very personal and that works. I would love to have that little template text to just go and do it.
All yours.
It's
I give it freely. It is the least expensive and the greatest return that you could do. I wish someone had just said that to me in the very beginning. Instead, I was busy trying to learn everything about real estate so that when I do a deal with someone, I knew that they could believe that I was smart enough to do the deal with them, instead of just being open enough to share all of my resources with them.
Yeah. You know what? People like to be cared.
Yeah.
And I think our business has to be more how much do we care about the people, not just about the deals.
Yes. I emphatically agree with you. I think that my friends and family would benefit more from me sharing my resources than from me learning everything that I could possibly learn and them not need anything that I learned. I'll tell you right now, I stressed out in my real estate school, my real estate test. I stressed out about the size of an acre. How big is an acre? I have still to this day never once needed that number.
Oh,
I love you. Love you, Mom's Day. I'll see you on something like that.
say hi to your mom from us.
Happy Mother's Day.
Bye. It's so nice to have your mom in the listening the son to be interviewed.
I'm actually nervous because I don't want to say anything wrong. Get popped in the head. Bye bye.
Say bye to your mom from me and tell me at this point of your career and knowing that you are very successful, what is important to you?
The most important thing for me, and this is an easy answer. Okay, I hope you don't mind that I give you a very, very simple, easy answer. Action.
Simple, Sequoia. So I am expecting a simple answer.
The most important thing to me is action. I the agents in my life that are the most successful are the ones that take action immediately. The ones that are willing to make a mistake. That action is the most important thing that you could do as an agent, as a new agent, as an experienced agent. The most important thing to me is action.
Yeah,
You know what I say, Sandra? You know what I say? Do it right, do it wrong, but do it.
yes, yes. That's if you don't do it, it's like the videos or like this interview. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not. And I had people that are supporting me and pushing me to believe in what I can do and say, no, you're going to do it. And I'm very happy that I am here sharing my time with you at this time in Friday and with your mom.
Yep.
So yeah, it's take action. If not, it doesn't work. So I want to give you a big thank you, Sequoia, and your mom. So
I
tell
dropped
the
the
audience.
Rocky home.
Oh, you did already? Tell
Yeah.
the audience how they can reach you. And you have how you can reach me in the top of the screen, but how they can reach you.
So the same way that you have your name dot work, you can reach me by sekupile.work. You can always go to theappointmentacademy.com. It's a passion project of mine, so I'm always inside. If you're an agent and you really, 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 really want to be committed to developing your business and you don't mind being held accountable, you can always find us in the Commitment to Capping group inside of Facebook. And that's it. Like, we are dedicated to growing the business and helping agents do the very best they can do.
That's
So
exactly
any
the
you want
word.
to reach me through Sandra. That's
Yeah.
how you can reach me. Reach me through Sandra.
And we are here really for helping other agents to grow. So anytime, reach to us. Thank you very much. I'm very happy. Have a great weekend.
Thank you very much, and I love it. And happy Mother's Day to you too,
Thank
and
you.
all that you do. We appreciate you, and I can't wait to have you on with us on the 10K Wednesday. And all we're gonna do is talk about the crazy people we talk to all day. Is that fine?
I am going to be in, and I also doing the academy. I am there, and my team will be there. So thank you very much.
That's so well. Thank you very much, Sandra, and I appreciate being on. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye bye.
Soy el fuego que